Hey guys.
Hey guys.
Welcome to the Craft Corner.
Welcome to the Craft Corner. What have we been doing this week at the house, Avery?
I don't know.
Really? We've been decluttering and getting rid of stuff that we don't need anymore.
Yes, we do need our stuff that we don't need anymore. I'm silly.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the Craft Corner. I'm Harley. Thank you for joining us today, and I hope that you've been following along. Today we're going to start on day 7 of our 12 days of decluttering one spot, big or small, anywhere in your house. And I was setting up the camera today, and I think I have spotted our next spot that we're going to start decluttering, which is this right up here. That looks terrible. So, as you can see, I have collected from multiple family members and friends a bunch of egg cartons because our chickens were fixing to start laying, and that happened this week. So that was so exciting. So I have a dozen eggs in my fridge right now, and that makes this mama heart happy. You know, I have found during the second trimester, all the things that are going to make a pregnant woman cry. And eggs, your chickens starting to lay their first eggs and pulling things out of the garden is definitely cry-worthy for a pregnant lady. So I need to find like a designated spot or a system to be able to keep all those that are not all piled up like that, because they do have a tendency to fall off the fridge and all that stuff. So we may declutter those. I have 2 cabinets back there, so we may declutter those and be able to put some of this stuff in there, and that would be super awesome. So I'm going to start the dishwasher because I want to have that going, so that way I'm still doing my regular everyday like cleaning task that have to get done, and that is definitely one of them because dishes never end in this house. So I'm going to start that, and then we're going to head up here to this spot today. So let's get going. So dishes and laundry are one of those things that I try to stay on top of, but somehow always end up getting behind. So I found that when I go to start my things that I want to work on for the day, before I do that, I always want to try to load the dishwasher and start the laundry. That way, that is going while I work. So it's day 7, and we're going to tackle the top of this fridge. And I don't know if it's just me or if y'all feel this way too, but tackling the top of the fridge can be a scary task because you never know what is actually ended up there. And so it was quite a mess, but we got it taken care of, and I'm really happy with these results. Okay, so I'm standing on the stool. That way y'all can get a really good look up here, but that looks a lot better. All that I have up there is a breakfast tray for Avery to use, and the egg cartons, and I stack them in such a better way so they won't be like falling off of the refrigerator, and was able to put some of our bulk-ish items of food. I have like a big container of pink salt and some blue of agave lunch boxes, and those little mason jars I put in there. I took out some Tupperware containers that didn't use, so I didn't need them up there because I forgot they were up there. And our Christmas cookie containers, I did keep those because some of them were my grandma's and other ones that I really like. So I did keep that on that side, and then the other stuff that was just kind of piled up here, put that in there. And some of it was like food stuff that needed to go in this cabinet, and I just whoop whoop on top of the fridge. I don't know why I do that. So here I am, but 10 times better, y'all. Hey guys, and welcome back to day 8 of our declutter challenge. This is what we're going to be tackling today. It's a corner in the kitchen that just gets a lot of junk thrown at it. We thought we may move last year, so I have a few boxes that I had packed up of things in the kitchen, like magnets and all that stuff that went on the fridge, around the fridge. So I've got those 2 boxes I've got to go through. And then that box came out of the car, and I'll just bunch of random stuff. So we're going to clean it up and hopefully be able to tackle these 2 doors that have a lot of storage space underneath them. Clean that out. That way I can fit my Instant Pot, and I have another, stock pot that I'm hoping may fit down there. I'm really not sure because it may be too big anyways, but I know the Instant Pot will fit down there if I clean that out. So let's get going. So I had started cleaning in the kitchen after Blake had left, and then I'd had to take a mental break and work in the back of the house. So we had found our way back into the kitchen, and I knew I needed to get that corner cleaned out because it was just a junk pile. I didn't realize everything that was over there. And then I took a minute to start working on this cabinet, which ended up being like an ongoing task because I was having a really hard time deciding what I wanted to put down there and then what I wanted to put on another cabinet that we'll work on tomorrow. But I'm really happy with how it's cleaned out now, and I am determined not to let anything else find its way to this corner. So y'all comment, what should I do with this corner? Because it always finds junk, and I don't want that. So it's day 9, and I've not lost my mind yet. We decided to go onto this cabinet that I have, like open shelving. I had a really hard time on deciding like how I wanted my dishes arranged, which I mean they've stayed on that shelf for a while now, but I just it needed to be cleaned off and like just tidied up. I realized that I bought way too many potatoes, and that was a sad disappointment because I wasted them, but next time we will be more prepared. I did decide on the Instant Pot on the open shelving because I do tend to use it more. So the stock pot I put underneath the cabinet because I don't have it out as much as the Instant Pot. And then decided to work on this cabinet as well and decide on that space. All right, so day 9, we did this shelf and just reorganized it. There was some things that need to be thrown away. I forgot and bought a bag of potatoes, had potatoes here, didn't use them all. It was a mess. I've learned my lesson. So, thought I was going to use them all, and here we are. So cleaned that up and ended up with the Instant Pot down there and my pots that I use along with that crock pot. I feel like that's going to be the most useful. Those are the things I use. I debated on whether to switch out the air fryer and the toaster and put on there, but we'll see. That's the only big cabinet we have in the kitchen is this one that holds our pots and pans, and so I just have to like make it work. But the good news is the big stock pot that I have fits in the hutch, so that was a win. And I have one more stock pot left, and I think it's smaller than the other silver one that's on the bottom shelf, so I think it will fit right there inside the other one, so that should be good because the lid is in there, so if the lid fit, then the pot should fit too. Fingers crossed. And then all of that can be in the hutch, and then I have this stuff right here and then that cabinet, and that's it. So all of my like cooking big stuff is put away, so that makes me feel really good that everything was able to fit and find a home. So that is important, because if it can't find a home, then that just means we need to reduce the inventory. That way everything has a home and can be tidied up well. So we're winning today. And before I officially ended the day, I decided to go through all that Tupperware that I pulled out of the cabinet and the hutch and the corner, and decided what I wanted to keep and what I wanted to toss. because I had got down that good Tupperware from the above the fridge, and I thought I need to keep that versus the other stuff that's in my cabinet right now because it's like the cheap Walmart ones that break all the time. So later this week we'll probably go through that cabinet, and so I kept that little stack is the good stuff, and I'm actually going to keep the good stuff and get rid of the cheap stuff. Thank you guys again so much for taking the time to hang out with us today as we go through this house and get it prepped and organized and all those good things. I hope you guys have an awesome week, and make sure to like and subscribe to follow along and see what we do next. And also enjoy these eggs that I got to collect. We're at 7 a day now, and I'm super happy.